Hello, and my name is Pete Rushmer, and I'm your host today of A Half Dozen Things podcast. A Half Dozen Things is a podcast for business owners just like you. Whether you're an underdog hungry for success, or you're already smashing it but want to continue to level up, we are here each week for you to get insight and learning from the very best in the business. No fluff, no BS, and no self-proclaimed gurus talking about how easy business or life is.
Hello and welcome to this Lunchtime Live on LinkedIn and on Facebook. My name is Pete Rushmer and I'm the founder of Flagship Partners, as well as one of the Fleet Geeks that you'll have heard on the Fleet Geeks podcast. It's been a little while actually since I've done a live, and it's fantastic actually to be back and join people during their lunchtime. I regularly do a lunchtime live slot on a Wednesday, and it's been a little while since I've had the opportunity to do it, so it's quite nice to get back into the swing of it. I certainly struggled last week, having come back off an annual leave, and getting back into the office was a bit of a slog. But this week I'm ready and raring to go. It's Monday and it's lunchtime, and I've managed to achieve loads already on today. So really pleased to be able to share with you some really good news. Actually, we're really excited. Myself, Jamie and Mike are really excited to share with you that we've got an opportunity where we're reopening our peer-to-peer mentoring group for additional people to come and join us if they are so interested. So I wanted to speak a little bit more about that during this session. It's not a sales pitch, it's just a informational session which is going to go out on our podcast, and for people to be able to learn a little bit more about some of the stuff we're doing with regards mentoring and developing and supporting fleet professionals in their careers. So the first thing to note is that we offer a free networking on the last Wednesday of every month at 10 a.m. in the morning. So at 10 a.m. every Wednesday, this month it's Wednesday the 31st of August. We're looking forward to hosting people. We normally get between 10 and 15 fleet and transport professionals join us, all the way from people who own their own businesses and are running their own fleet, through to companies or people who are sort of fairly new into the sector. And we get together and share wins for the month, and we share exciting news that's happening, and really get to have a good conversation around some of the stuff that's taking place out and about for people. And we have people from all different businesses as well. You know, we have a nationally recognized company, who high street business, all the way through to, you know, companies that are fairly new starting as well. So we're able to support a range of people, and it's a really exciting opportunity. For me, I really enjoy hosting the networking session, and people get a lot from it, and I've had some really good feedback. Now, we also offer a service called the Peer-to-Peer Mentoring Group, and we launched it 3 months ago, and it's gone absolutely fantastically well. And we're really pleased to be able to open it up, to be able to offer it to more people, as we've proven the concept now. So what the peer-to-peer mentoring group is, and just to be really clear as well, we're offering people the first month free as well. They're going to be able to join us for the first month for free. We'll be able to provide information of what it may cost going forward. However, the first month's absolutely free, and there's no obligation to stay on. If you don't see the value in what we're doing, then you're more than welcome to give it a try and go, do you know what, it's not for me, or it doesn't work, or the timings aren't right. But this is held on the Wednesday evening between 6 and 9 p.m. and it's gone really well for the people who are members so far. We're really pleased with that. So the format for the peer-to-peer group is that what we do is we share the wins for the group for the month, because often, as a transport manager, as a fleet professional, we often only hear when things have really gone wrong. And it's a really important opportunity for us to be able to share wins and be able to have discussions around some of the stuff that's really working and really going well for us, because there's an opportunity for us to discuss any issues a bit later on in the session. Now, what we also do is we have some ed slots from our guest geeks, and we call them ed slots or education slots. And what we do each month is we share an educational session. We normally do two, one which is technical and one which is developmental. And that gives us good learning and opportunity and basis for conversations. We then also share what we call best practice. So we share ideas around some of the stuff we've read or heard or shared podcasts, some good ideas where we can go and find interesting things for ourselves in between sessions to help develop our learning further. And then finally, we end on what we call like issue processing, issue sharing, where the members get to share any challenges that they may have or any issues, and they're able to work those through with their peer group, as well as the resident geeks who help support the sessions. So it's a really, really great opportunity. We really love doing it. And we think it's absolutely fantastic.
Hi, it's Pete from Flagship Partners. We're really proud to sponsor a Half Dozen Things podcast. At Flagship Partners, we take road safety really seriously, and we're your road safety partnership. We help transport companies with compliance and training across their businesses, including first aid, driver CPC, and other transport management services. So if you're FORS accredited or you want to improve your operator compliance risk score, give Flagship Partners a call today.
The first session back 3 months ago cast my mind back. So what's happened on these sessions? What are people getting? Well, on the first session, Mike Vickers did a fantastic education piece on the difference between legislation and regulation, as well as the role of the traffic commissioner in enforcing the rules with transport managers. We also did, and that was the technical education slot. And then we also did a developmental ed slot, which was myself. I was talking about the importance of influence as a transport manager and how the members of the group would be able to increase their influence with the people and the businesses around them. Some of the issues we processed that session, we talked about third-party trailer maintenance and having some fantastic conversations around what's required to help satisfy the needs for third-party trailer maintenance, as well as looking at some of the policies and how many and how in-depth the transport manager needs to go. I've just seen Ellie pop up on the chat. This is such a supportive group, and I'm so glad I joined. The knowledge and support is second to none. Ellie, absolutely brilliant to have you listening and join us. And it's great to see you on LinkedIn as well. I'm really pleased that you've managed to get that set up. So that's absolutely fantastic. And yes, Ellie is one of our peer-to-peer group people. She's absolutely come on leaps and bounds over the last 3 months, and I'm really pleased to have you as part of the group. It's fantastic. Thank you. On the second session, Tom Reddy, one of the resident geeks, he kindly did a technical ed slot on roller brake testing. So this is something that we find transport managers getting wrong or struggling with on a regular basis. And often workshops will say that a brake test is a pass when actually it isn't a pass and it's still a fail. And we had a really good conversation around what a roller brake test looks like and the things to keep an eye out for and how to help support that. So I know there's other companies out there doing training sessions additionally on roller brake testing. Well, our peer-to-peer group got that as part of their group session the Wednesday a couple of months ago. And some of the issues that we dealt with that day was around how to deal with non-responsive company owners, how to deal with company directors who weren't potentially listening to the advice we were giving, and the support, and how that impacts our role as transport managers, and what we can do to help provide the right support to people and help get them to listen as well. And then the most recent session, the third session, was fantastic. We had a really nice education piece from James, who's one of the resident geeks. He was talking about accident investigation and how to thoroughly investigate an accident, as well as ensuring that we don't just come to the conclusion that a driver's to blame, that there's lots more factors to consider, and how to effectively carry out that accident investigation. We also did, as the developmental ed slot, we did a bit around marketing for external transport managers, because several members in the group are external transport managers. So we talked about how we can market those services, what free opportunities there are out there, as well as like low cost and paid for services as well, which is why it's fantastic to see Ellie join us on this live on LinkedIn, because she wasn't previously on LinkedIn. So she's gone ahead and done that. So really proud, really pleased to have that happen. And then with regards to the issues that month, so some of the issues we were talking about, one of the transport managers had been called to a preliminary hearing, and we were talking about what to expect, what happens at a prelim, why it had happened. We started to interrogate sort of some of the information around that, and there's a situation where the directors had some previous business dealings, which the traffic commissioner clearly wanted to understand more of, as well as we did a bit more around the mechanical knowledge for transport managers and knowing what's required from a mechanical knowledge point of view, what can we expect drivers to do, and what do we expect to be able to lean on our workshop to do. And that was a really good session there as well, with some fantastic challenges being raised, and got us all thinking about some of the do's and don'ts. And, finally, one of the other benefits of the peer-to-peer group is that we have a really supportive WhatsApp group, which helps for the group to be able to communicate between meetings, because we only meet once a month. We make sure we stay in touch throughout the month via WhatsApp. And we also do support calls during the month for anyone that needs a bit of support or maybe has a bit of challenge come up. It's a great place to ask questions and get really supportive answers. Sometimes transport managers resort to Facebook, and Facebook can be quite brutal, and it can be quite challenging for people as well. And people will often come on and ask some quite robust questions, and potentially, you can lose control of the comments very quickly. Whereas with the WhatsApp group, it's a really tight-knit group of individuals, of the people in the group, and we get on really well, and we really look to support each other. So hopefully that has given you some food for thought, and to think about maybe what you're doing for your personal development in your role. But are you looking to extend your network? Are you interested in coming to the free networking? That's on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. On the last Wednesday of every month. We run that once a month currently. Once we start to get some more interest, we might put it on a bit more regularly. I might be able to recruit some extra hosts, so you don't have to put up with me, and I can put it on. It'd be lovely to be able to put it on a weekly basis and have lots and lots of interest, and be able to connect lots of transport and fleet professionals with that free network. And I'm more than happy for us to put that on. It's a fantastic resource for people to be able to connect and get to know each other. And then also think about the peer-to-peer mentoring group. Our members have said how fantastic it is for a return on investment. They're really pleased with what they're getting out of the group. And it's fantastic for us to be able to open it up for more people to come and join us. And remember, the first month's totally free, and it's totally no obligation as well for you to sign up past the first month. So please do get in touch. I've got a link to share, which I'll share in the comments. And that's for an inquiry form. If you're interested to join us, please do sign up on that link. I'm just going to put it in the comments now. Hopefully StreamYard will work, but let's go. I've just posted that into the chat, and hopefully that's going to work. If anyone's got any questions, please do reach out to me personally. I'm more than happy to help answer any questions you may have. Otherwise, it'd be great to see you at least on the free networking coming up very soon on the 31st of August. Thank you very much, and see you then.
I really hope you loved today's episode, and if you did, please make sure you subscribe and listen out for future episodes too. Please do share it across your social media channels. We hope to reach more and help more people. If you want to find out more about me, my name's Pete Rushmer. You'll find me across any social media channel, and my business, Flagship Partners, and we're your partners in success across your business. Thank you. See you again soon.